And so, when we meet someone who has certain qualities that make them like a ball, especially when those qualities include chemistry, we find ourselves very quickly attaching a lot of value to someone, regardless of the things that make them a bad candidate for a long-term relationship. Musical note: music. Going with the video, a quick bit of news: we now have a date for the next in-person retreat of mine in Florida. It's going to be October 9th to 15th. We're going to spend 6 days together working on the biggest challenges of your life, the things that hold you back, the things that make it hard for you to feel confident, the things that get in the way of you dating and finding love. What are the deeper patterns that have been there a long time, that you feel are impossible to shift? Those are the things we're going to work on together. You can apply by going to mhretreat.com. You'll see all the information about the program. I really do hope to see you there in October so that we can spend 6 days together in person. Now, on to the video. I'll kick things off with one that came from somebody called Miss Ruby. She said that her pattern was choosing unavailable partners and then not being able to leave them. Yeah. Choosing unavailable partners. Why do we choose unavailable partners? That's worth exploring, some of the cocktail of reasons that we actually do that. Of course, the being unable to leave thing. There are things that make it harder for us to leave, like when we have a certain attachment style, or we don't think we're worth more. But also, just allowing yourself to get close to someone naturally makes it hard to leave. So it's worth exploring why we even get close to people like this in the first place, and why we make it hard for ourselves to walk away. One of the reasons is scarcity. We have a scarcity mindset in our love lives. We're in a place where maybe we've been single for a long time, where nothing's worked out so far, where we are scared that we're not going to meet someone we like. And so, when we meet someone who has certain qualities, especially when those qualities include chemistry, we find ourselves quickly attaching a lot of value to them. Regardless of the red flags, like they say they don't want a long-term relationship, or you catch them in a lie, or they don't text you for days or weeks, and then suddenly show up again with intensity. We see these signs, and yet we ignore them, just because we're happy to feel something. We're just happy to have something. That feeling, wanting companionship, is a beautiful thing. But in a strange way, it brings us back to what Audrey often says about chasing the wrong things. Sometimes we chase one thing too much, like companionship. We make it the centerpiece in the room of what's important to us. But in doing that, we shrink everything else. Like our integrity, our need to feel loved and nourished, our desire to have a true partnership. Those things shrink, and we justify it all by saying, well, at least I'm with someone. It gives us validation. It looks good on the outside. People see us with someone and say, oh, that's great. But inside, we've misallocated. One need, not feeling lonely, has taken up too much space. That's why we do so much work on helping you feel amazing and nourished while single. Because that is the key to letting go of unhealthy connections. I believe it's Guy Winch who says, when you're trying to get over a breakup, you have to emphasize all the things you're gaining by not being with that person, and all the things you were losing by staying with them. Choosing an unavailable partner is often rooted in fear. It's a way to avoid really putting yourself out there. If they're not truly available, then if you get rejected, it's not really about you. And the same goes for not leaving. You stay in limbo. Not truly in, not truly out. You avoid vulnerability, both with that person, and with love itself. I've got a question: when people say someone is emotionally unavailable, do they just mean someone who won't commit? Or is there more to it? I think what they usually mean is someone who isn't ready, or isn't able, to give what's required in order to be in a real relationship. And there's another crucial piece we're forgetting: self-esteem. It's the emotional economics of someone not wanting you, and how that makes you feel about your own worth. We've talked about this so many times before, but it's worth repeating. Often, we chase people who don't want us because their stock rises in our eyes. If we can't have them, they must be valuable. And if they want us, we begin to question their value, because we don't believe we're worthy of love. It's deep. But it's a major reason why people chase emotionally unavailable partners. Healthy people with healthy self-worth will look at someone who doesn't want them and think, that's a dead end. That's not attractive. They want someone who wants them back. So when someone keeps chasing people who don't want them, they're often trying to close a loop. One that started long before this person, maybe even years ago. It's a mistaken perception that love is about winning a prize. That if you can just earn their love, it proves your worth. But real love isn't about chasing or convincing. It's about what you build together. Maybe pop culture has shaped this too. So many love stories are about overcoming a great obstacle, taming the beast, making someone love you. But what happens after you get together? That part, being in a regular, stable relationship, isn't glamorized. So we associate passion with drama, with intensity, with chasing. And emotionally unavailable people often represent that. There's an intensity in chasing someone who feels unavailable. And when they give you a little attention, it creates a rush. It feels euphoric. It's a huge emotional release. It's not the kind of feeling you get in a calm, stable relationship. So if you live your life chasing that feeling, you're going to keep seeking those highs, chasing people who push and pull, who create emotional chaos. Peace, on the other hand, doesn't always feel exciting. And if exciting is your top priority, then you'll keep going after the things that produce that feeling, even if it costs you peace and real love. Thank you so much for watching the video. Before you go, the MH retreat is happening again this October, October 9th to 15th, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We normally have more tickets left by this stage. There are fewer now. So if you know you want to come, if you want to do that deep work that allows you to have a successful love life and be happy in yourself, you need to be there with us. Go to mhretreat.com to get your ticket and find out all about the event. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.